Elon is going broke.
I'm loving the downfall of Tesla.
It's about time that Elon is getting what he deserves. Tesla sales are down, on average, 60% in Europe.
Bruh, 100% tariffs on Tesla?
Well, the boycott against Elon Musk and Tesla seems to be working, as Elon Musk has lost over $100 billion in value since December.
In New Orleans, a usually festive Mardi Gras parade turning sour as the crowd spots some Tesla Cybertrucks. Onlookers booing, jeering, and pelting the vehicles with beads usually tossed at revelers. Just the latest sign of backlash to Elon Musk's central role in the Trump administration, now affecting his car company and those who buy his cars. Recent protests erupting outside Tesla dealerships in Manhattan, Boston, and Tucson, Arizona, calling for a boycott.
This is a protest against Trump and Musk, mainly because they're trying to take from the poor to pass a tax relief, they call it, for the wealthy.
And even an alleged arson attack targeting Tesla charging stations under investigation in Massachusetts. At the same time, posts on social media from people who say they're trying to sell their Tesla because they don't want to be associated with Musk. Including star musician Sheryl Crow waving goodbye to her towed Tesla.
I don't like Elon Musk.
NBC affiliate 9 News in Denver reporting on a dirt parking lot full of Teslas and speaking to another woman who sold hers.
He doesn't care about people. He has no empathy whatsoever. So he can be the richest man in the world, but I'm not going to help contribute to that.
Elon is going broke, and that's the reason why he is distancing himself from Doge. Ever since Elon jumped into his position as head of the president's Department of Government Efficiency, there has been a huge drop in Tesla stock. And that's because Republicans think he has too much unchecked power. Did you hear what I said? That's because Republicans thinks he has too much unchecked power. So why are the Republicans so worried about Elon and his unchecked power? It's because the sheer amount of jobs that have been lost in the last 2 weeks are literally unimaginable. Firing inspector generals was a crime. Changing laws without Congress? Yep, that's a crime. Defunding Congress-approved initiatives? That's a crime. And the Republicans know damn well that it is. And a lot of them don't want to get mixed up in the bullshit.
So in case you need another reason to smile today, I just wanted to let you know that Tesla stock dropped another 5%. That brings it down to 31% in the last month since Donald Trump and Elon Musk took office. This is what I hope. I hope that company goes belly up, because at this point, I can't even imagine the absolute shame I would feel to drive one of those pieces of shit. And that's what it is.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. It's FAFO season, and this time it's Elon Musk who's feeling the heat. Tesla sales are plummeting in Canada, China, and Europe. The stock is tanking and his net worth is taking a major hit. And guess what? People are saying this is what you get when you play stupid games. With Trump's tariffs shaking up the EV market, people are boycotting Tesla after Musk's cozy ties with the Trump administration. The so-called genius billionaire might not be as untouchable as he thought. So let's break it all down, because this one is really getting interesting. If you're new to the channel, kindly consider subscribing, like the video, and drop me your opinions in the comment section below. I'll be back with more commentary.
In some very exciting news for Elon Musk in terms of his find out stage after taking co-presidency, the Tesla stock has slid more than 20% since he became co-president. And I'm going to show you this graph behind me. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that find out stage. Look at that. But not only that, that means that his net worth has dropped a whole bunch. So as of December 18th, 2024, his net worth peaked at around $486 billion, which is absolutely absurd. Absurd. But now, because this Tesla stock is just sliding, do you know what his net worth is now? It has dropped below $400 billion. Yeah, it has dropped below $400 billion. So he has lost roughly $90 billion since he became co-president, because he is doing such a fantastic job, you know what I'm saying? And in case you're wondering, Elon Musk does not actually have that much cash. If Tesla were to cease to exist, he would have actually almost no money. Just so you know, he has no, cash. Just write that down.
People are hiding the fact that they own a Tesla by putting other cars' insignias over the Tesla logo. When you can't afford a new car because the market is horrendous, you get decals to cover the Tesla markers, as per these images. Oh, also, the Tesla stock dropped below $1 trillion, in part because the EU/UK has specifically refrained from buying Tesla cars. Their sales are down 50%, despite electric vehicle sales in that area going up 37%. And that's also in part because China's electric cars are doing really good. If you haven't seen the kind of cars that China makes, especially and specifically the electric vehicle ones, go look that up, because you will very quickly understand why they are not allowed to sell cars in the US. They would dominate the car industry, mostly the electric vehicles, but the car industry in general. The price, the quality, what they offer in it, oh my God.
It's about time that Elon is getting what he deserves. Tesla sales are down, on average, 60% in Europe, particularly in Germany. There are many people refusing to support Tesla and taking a stand against Elon and his ilk. This is a really big deal. I know for me personally, I will gladly keep driving my Rivian. I did purchase a Tesla back in 2019. And as much as I loved that car, I will never buy a Tesla again, because I think it's important to put your money where your mouth is. I will not continue to support hateful companies, and I hope that you will choose not to either. Let's hit them where it hurts.
Tesla sales in Canada are completely being crushed, and people are wondering, is this a backlash against Elon Musk? Because there has been hundreds of thousands of people that have signed a petition to end Elon Musk's Canadian citizenship. Tesla sales declined significantly in Canada last year, approximately 70% between December 2024 and January 2025. People are speculating that it has to do with a connection with Donald Trump and the ongoing tensions between Canada and the Trump administration. As a result, hundreds of thousands of people have signed a petition to revoke Elon Musk's Canadian citizenship. But the real question is it related to Elon Musk and his association with Donald Trump, or is it the fact that the EV tariffs have actually ended in Canada? On top of it, Tesla actually had announced before the tariffs were implemented that they were going to increase the price of their vehicles in between $4,000 and $9,000 for its various models. But it's not just Tesla. Other manufacturers are feeling the pinch, including Chevrolet, whose sales have dropped 65%, and Hyundai's, who hasn't been as bad at 30%. Some manufacturers have actually reacted to these changes in not having these EV subsidies by actually reducing the prices. I actually didn't know this, but Polestar cut their prices by up to 20 or 30%. I gotta say, completely unbiased, I own a Polestar, and it's an amazing car. So do you guys think that the EV drop for Tesla has to do with Elon Musk's association with Donald Trump? Or do you think people are actually moving away from EVs altogether?
So Tesla sales are now plummeting across Europe after Elon Musk used his power and influence to try to interfere in several European elections. This is according to Bloomberg, who notes that sales of Tesla are down 45% across Europe as compared to January of 2024, yet sales for other electric vehicle manufacturers are up by 37% in Europe, which means the demand for EVs is still there. It's just that Europeans are choosing not to purchase them from Tesla, which is likely because Tesla's CEO, Elon Musk, has used X to interfere in several Democratic elections across Europe. And now they are expressing their disdain for Musk through their wallets, which is the best way possible to send a message to someone like Elon Musk. FAFO.
Donald Trump is purposely creating a recession under the guise of an American first agenda, and that has nothing to do with why he's doing this. Republicans literally do this. Of the 11 recessions that have occurred in the modern post-World War II era, 10 of them have occurred under Republican presidents. At least one recession did begin under every Republican president since Ronald Reagan, compared with 0 under Democratic presidents over the same time period. This is because wealth separation increases during every single one of these recessions. The rich just get richer. They use it as a free-for-all. While we're struggling and unable to make house payments, they're sending us postcards saying, "I would like to buy your house." When businesses, small businesses, start failing, they go up, they buy them out, these huge corporations take them over, they use them for further assets down the road, or they're just buying out the competition. They flourish during our misery because they have so much money that they can't even feel it. And half of these corporations are so fucking big, they'll just get government bailouts if they need it in the first place. Donald Trump knows this, especially being a real estate person. And this strategy is particularly heavy in the real estate investors bro world. They are chomping at the bit, excited for the thought of a recession because they will further the wealth gap, and more millionaires are made under these recessions than any other time in our economies. So this is about to suck. Just wanted to let you know.
Alright guys, there you have it. Actually, Elon Musk is feeling the pain because his net worth is taking a nosedive and Tesla sales are collapsing in China, Canada and Europe, and Tesla stock prices are spiraling down. You know, if you're being honest here, all this didn't just happen out of nowhere, because Elon Musk's political games are coming back to backbite him. You know, involving himself at the center of the Trump administration with Doge actually has got people angry, and the genius billionaire is not as untouchable as he might have thought. Now guys, let's look at one reason why Tesla sales are plummeting all around the world, in Canada, China and Europe. 3 major markets that are seeing declines in Tesla purchases. You know, in China, Tesla is losing market share to domestic EV companies like BYD, which are offering cheaper and better alternatives. Have you guys seen a BYD EV? Because it's actually way better than a Tesla in all angles, including prices and actually technology. This is one of the reasons why they cannot afford to allow a BYD to sell in the United States, because it will simply dominate the market. It actually outcompetes Tesla in all angles. Now over in Europe, competition from brands like Volkswagen and Mercedes is heating up, but one of the reasons why Tesla sales are actually plummeting, you know, in Europe, as we have seen in the video, it's because of Musk's involvement in the democratic elections in some European countries. People are not happy with how the billionaire has been using his influence on Twitter to actually meddle in other countries' affairs. So it looks like a lot of Europeans are actually actively choosing other EV models over Tesla, in actually a market that Tesla has been dominating in recent years. Now, if you look at Canada, guys, we know what's happening with Canada and the US with the tariff and trade wars, where Trump has actually decided to put tariffs on Canada, and Canada is fighting back with retaliatory tariffs, actually putting them on every American company, including Jack Daniels and Tesla, actually taking the major hits. You know, as we have seen in the videos, they are putting 100% on Tesla sales in Canada. This means that the EV company is no longer going to be competitive in Canada, and we know how the stock markets actually react to that. And as we have seen, guys, Elon Musk is not liquid. A huge portion of Elon Musk's wealth is actually, you know, connected to the Tesla company, where he is the largest shareholder in the company. That means that he does not have liquid cash. This means that his wealth actually goes up and down regarding to how Tesla stocks actually compete in the market. So this man is still the richest man in the world, but he has lost over 100 billion off of his net worth because of his political decisions. I think this is gonna have to put Elon Musk in a situation where he's gonna have to actually choose between his companies and politics, because it looks like the investors in his company actually do not have trust in him again. Now, this is what you get when you FAFO. You F around, now you are finding out. And it is actually time for him to find out with what they have been doing with Doge, actually cutting federal funding and laying off a lot of federal workers. A lot of people have been suffering because of the decisions of Doge and Elon Musk. And in their defense, they say that they are trying to make the government more efficient. But you cannot run the government as a business. But the problem is all the MAGA Trump supporters, all those who voted for, the orange man in charge, voted for a businessman to run the country as a business. And the businessman has actually appointed another businessman who is unqualified in political matters and in government issues to run a big portion of the government. Well, this is what you get when you put your trust in billionaires, because they never care about the common citizen. Now, a lot of European allies and even the closest allies at home like Canada and Mexico are losing trust in the United States. Well, we have to ask ourselves, is this the fall of the American empire, or is this just a glimpse of a weakness in the American empire? Let me know in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel, kindly consider subscribing, like the video, and drop me your opinions in the comment section below. As always, guys, see you on the next episode.